Aha! Success.
I was clapping.
We did it. Guys, we did it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No,
we got him.
Mikey, I don't think we can't. I don't know if you're playing anything, but
No, talk us in.
oh, okay. Hi, and welcome to Unboxed Politics.
You have the soundboard, producer.
I do have the soundboard.
Do you want some? Do you want me to play some stuff for you in the meantime? Hold on, I got you. Dog.
Yeah, I mean,
I got you.
You have a diverse.
I do.
Soundboard. I have maybe 20 sounds. You have like 1,000.
Can we not share sound? Is this what it's coming to?
Welcome to this Bin Podcast Network production. Oh yeah, we're not doing that whole thing anymore.
I don't know what you want me to do, but I'm here to support you in what you want me to do.
Listen, I haven't had sleep in like 5 days, so we're just gonna go with it.
Welcome from speaking to
girl, baby.
Oh,
speaking
man.
from the box.
How many times about Musk?
Speaking from the box. Yeah, this is
dumbass.
This is Unboxed Politics, the political review show.
Hi, this is Unboxed Politics, a political review show. I'm Tim. I'm currently very sleep deprived, so I'm going to be speaking vicariously through Mikey right now. So what we do here on this show is we take political clips from you, from them, from us, and we review them for pleasure, you see. This is my best showdy intro to the show because I think this is how Tim would want to do it. Tim, I think we have clips. But first, there's people here. And there's Ollie.
I'm gonna need you to be drug tested.
Oh, well, there's no point in that.
Canadians are reasonable, and we are polite.
Most of the time.
We will not back down from a fight.
Got your guy Mark over here. Where is it? I lost it. There it is.
Good button. There it is.
You heard what she said.
I don't like Elon Musk. I'm gonna say it 50,000 times.
And then there's me. Tim. Mikey.
Take it for
Wait.
Fettuccine.
Yeah, hit it.
Fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.
That's from the old slap chop, if you guys remember.
And then I got this one.
I'm not eating eggs. I'm not eating eggs. I'm not.
That's not the right one.
I'm not eating eggs. I'm not.
There's a Bernie one.
Oh yeah, this is.
All them black people getting jobs that we white people.
Oh man,
it's so funny. Because it's out of context.
Those uppity women now.
Oh man.
Bernie's credit, as if he needs it from us, but he was making he was saying this is how bad people think. He doesn't think that, but of course I didn't leave that in the clip because this is way funnier.
No, Mikey,
people get the jobs that we white people used to have.
Mikey heard that and he said, "I must have it."
Your sound clips are mine. All your bass belong to sound clips.
All right, we're gonna get into this. We got some clips.
Roll clip number 1.
He's ready.
We got some clips.
Prepare for sadness.
Brace for Titanfall. Ooh, I need that.
Your first course for the evening.
Pineapple.
Yes, pineapple.
Garbage.
Got a hot pineapple garbage.
Good morning, Madam Secretary.
Good morning.
Secretary Noem, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff recently said that the Trump administration is actively looking at suspending habeas corpus. Last week, you were asked about this, and I want to clarify your position because it's obviously really important to get this right. So, Secretary Noem, what is habeas corpus?
Well,
habeas corpus is a constitutional right that the president has to be able to remove people from this country and suspend their right.
Let me stop. Habeas corpus, excuse me, that's incorrect.
President Lincoln used it.
excuse me.
That's
Habeas
two X's.
corpus is the legal principle that requires that the government provide a public reason for detaining and imprisoning people. If not for that protection, the government could simply arrest people, including American citizens, and hold them indefinitely for no reason. Habeas
with that?
corpus is the foundational right that separates free societies like America from police states like North Korea. As a senator from the live free or die state, this matters a lot to me and my constituents and to all Americans. So Secretary Noem, do you support the core protection that habeas corpus provides, that the government must provide a public reason in order to detain and imprison someone?
Yeah, I support habeas corpus. I also recognize that the President of the United States has the authority under the Constitution to decide if it should be suspended or not.
It has never
Let us be clear, though,
it has never been done. It has never been done without approval of Congress. Even Abraham Lincoln got retroactive approval from Congress. So I have been asking executive branch nominees a simple question over the past few months. If the president orders them to break the law, I've been asking, will you follow the law or follow the order? I want to ask you a more specific question here. If the president tries to suspend habeas corpus and a federal court reverses the president's order, will you comply with the court order and uphold habeas corpus, or will you follow the president's directive?
We are following all federal court orders and are complying with that, as is the president, and every decision that I make as well.
That is obviously not true for anybody who reads the news. There are federal court orders right now, including in returning somebody who was deported mistakenly. But to be clear, this is about a fundamental legal right that ensures that we live in a free society instead of a police state that would have a sham legal system like Russia or North Korea. So I'm glad that you have now committed to following court orders. I'm glad you believe in the basic freedom for Americans if ordered to do so by a court. And again, I want just to make clear that it is critically important that even if the president tries to suspend the right of people to know why they've been detained or imprisoned, if a federal court reverses that order, that you will follow that order. And I hope all members of the administration will, because it's obviously critical that some of the people, for instance, who've been deported by mistake, who didn't get due process, be returned in compliance with court orders. So now, let's move on to another issue. International criminal organizations target Americans with sophisticated cyber crime, including elaborate scams that robbed Americans of billions of dollars, with seniors in the United States losing $5 billion to scammers in 2024 alone. As artificial intelligence improves, so does the ability of criminals to deceive and defraud Americans. With this new technology, criminals can impersonate loved ones, develop advanced malware, or make more convincing phishing messages. How is DHS working to identify trends in illegal activity and ensure that new AI systems have safeguards in place to prevent their use in criminal activity?
Oh, we're not?
Yes, we are working extensively through CISA, but in all of our agencies to make sure that we're going after these criminal nefarious actors. I would say partnering with private industry is critically important so that we have the insight that we need to really understand the tactics that they use and the advancements in software. The AI ability that they have to adjust and to supersede some of our systems is incredible. And so investing in those systems is important, but also having the knowledge and bringing everybody to the table and breaking down the silos between our agencies and our intelligence agencies is important, so we all have the information that we need to get.
Well, and that gets me to one final point and question here, because
air horns, please. Triton 589 gifted 1 BIM Podcast Network to membership.
Oh, who is that?
And the winner is
Cathal OG.
Cathal OG.
Ooh.
Welcome to the family.
We're all about family. Thank you, Triton. Whoever you may be.
Who knows who it could be.
That is.
Senator Peters began to ask about it. There's been recent reporting that indicates that the Chinese government installed remote access to Chinese-made power inverters in the U.S., raising concerns that the Chinese government could try to disable parts of our power grid. And you made a comment following up on Senator Peters' question about the importance of not only working with private industry on this issue, as you would also want to work on AI, but also on working with state and local governments on cybersecurity. And can you just talk to me a little bit about how DHS is partnering with state and local governments
Well, that's
right now
one
on
of the
cyber?
core critical missions of CISA is to help those state and local governments harden their systems. We're extremely vulnerable by our weakest link. And so when you have a small state that doesn't have the resources it needs to invest in these security operations, then they're vulnerable to attacks and hacking attempts, and they can access our systems if they have a contract or a system that interfaces with the federal system. It makes us vulnerable as well. So we are responsible for 10 of the 16 critical infrastructures under the Department of Homeland Security, and making sure that China can't come in and shut down our electrical grid, our water systems, things that people rely on every day for their day-to-day lives is very important. So that's why we need these kind of partnerships, is to make sure that we're secure all the way down to our smallest actor that participates.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate working more with you on that. Thank you. Thank you, Ms.
So what are we doing? We're doing the partnerships we already had. And that's
right.
Doing something. Okay.
So
seems legit.
Are you believing my lies?
Yeah, right.
No.
Why not? That's the only thing she's got to say.
Your lies aren't logical.
Damn it. Come on, believe.
My logic is undeniable.
Can't let you do that.
So, Christy Nome.
Christy Nome.
You mean habeas nopus?
Yeah.
God, I know we're trying to keep our ultimate low rank of pineapple not in every clip, but
that answer is pretty close.
The Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security not knowing what habeas corpus is.
Yeah, that might be a pineapple.
That's pretty rough.
For content, you're thinking for content, right?
Yeah. So content first.
So I won't disagree with the pineapple there, because that's just. I didn't really 100% know what habeas corpus meant, but I knew it didn't mean that. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
you don't know what it means, but you know what it feels like.
Yeah.
The right to due process and to speak before a judge. Or it's just that Trump can take it away. Either way, I don't know which one it is.
So she was
unilaterally.
She was asked by another senator in the same hearing which part of the Constitution habeas corpus came from. She didn't know. And then she didn't know which branch of government was covered under, like what branch of government gave habeas corpus. And she clearly hasn't read the Constitution or even like glanced at it. She barely knew that Article 1 of the Constitution regarded the Congress and the legislature. Like that's the extent of her knowledge of the Constitution.
She's doing her best.
Is she?
This is her best.
There is a Wikipedia page on the Constitution. She hasn't even read that.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, they could have just AI. They could have just AI summaried it for her, and then she'd have some sort of idea of what she's talking about before she got there. But
you know, I'm surprised they haven't hired Elon to like create an earpiece for them that will feed them answers to their Senate questions, so that the person doesn't have to answer it because they don't know.
So yeah, it's not great. It's not great over there in the old executive branch.
So content is a pineapple for me. Like I can't. That's an unforgivable non-knowing of what a basic American right is. So
yeah.
So delivery. Oh, we have banners for this too, don't we?
Yes.
So,
aha.
I don't know if delivery was totally like Like,
She's very
well,
smarmy. She's very like
she
uppity
is.
about everything she says. She's like fucking Kash Patel. He's so fucking
Kinda.
snarky about all of his bullshit.
But she's also like a little out of breath and confused, like a soccer mom at the fucking checkout counter. Like, well, I think I should use 17 coupons. Like, she just like doesn't understand why she's being asked these things. Like, what an unfair thing to put me through. I am so put out by these questions. Like,
how dare you?
So entitled would be
Mhm.
what you're thinking. Yeah.
Karen, big Karen energy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her like a
The big K.
D plus.
I was thinking maybe C minus. There's way worse deliveries we've seen.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Yeah.
I'll give her a
You
C.
said
I think it's C.
C minus.
C minus. So
C
that'll
minus.
average to like a C minus anyway. So
D
right.
for shooting a puppy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's vibes. Vibes for Christy Nome.
Vibes for
F.
Christy Nome. Horrible person.
hard.
Yeah. Unequipped for the job and a liar.
Yeah.
F. Liar.
Made you feel a bit icky.
Icky pooey.
I need a shower personally.
Unfortunately for me, shower day was yesterday. Now I gotta wait a whole week.
That turned off my water again. God damn it.
All right. Here comes the next one.
Oh goodness.
Oh yay.
Now it's our Secretary of Education,
Oh no.
Oh goodness.
Linda McMahon.
Oh
Off
no.
the top rope.
Short-term answers rather than long-term ones too. That'd be helpful just because I got a lot I'd like to talk about. Waste, fraud, abuse a little more about Doge. So you fired 1,300 people. Another 600 people took Elon Musk's deferred resignation offer. Did you fire the people or did Doge fire the people? I'm not completely clear on that.
Right.
Most, excuse me, most of that restructuring happened under the acting.
Short term, did you fire or did Doge fire?
Well, I'm going to tell you who I fired.
I know, that's why I'm trying to get short term questions.
The
It's
short
one or
term,
the other, right?
You're using our time.
Yeah.
So we most of that was done before I came on board. However, the
Doge.
decisions in the department I run the department. Doge does not run the
Okay, so you didn't answer the question. Did you fire them or did Doge?
Some majority of that happened before I came on board.
Okay, a good majority, 2/3, 3/4.
But yes, I'd say.
Okay, fair. Okay. And how many times
80.
did you meet with Elon Musk?
I've met
firing?
with Mr. Musk probably 3 to 4 times now.
Okay.
Not including when I was on the transition
3 to
committee and
4
had several
times?
opportunities to speak with him.
Sure. And then if
She's
I
not
understand
sure.
it right, on your Department of Education employee roster, you have right now at least is about 16 Doge employees. Is that correct right now working with you?
I can get back to you to the exact number. I don't think it's that high, but we
Okay.
do have, they are employees. Those that we have are employees of the federal
And
government.
when you did their background checks to see how they're qualified about education, how many had undergraduate degrees and how many had graduate degrees in
I
education?
can get back to you on that.
Okay, so you don't know offhand.
No,
Did you ask that question?
Nope.
no.
No. Okay. Did you ask if any of them were teachers previously?
Nope.
I did not interview those people that are part of
Did
the
you
Doge
ask
group.
the question?
And
Did you interview
Did you ask
them?
if any of them worked in schools? Did you know if they were
Actually, I had a
asked?
conversation with one of them yesterday who did have a background in education, technology education, and had worked across several different aspects and was really schooling me a little bit on some of the AI things that we could bring in.
So one of them
We
had
told
good
her to
background.
get
Yeah.
out.
Any of them work in universities that you know of prior?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I do know.
Fair enough. So part of my concern is, I know yesterday there was this big splash. Elon Musk is stepping back. We call that horse hockey where I come from, right? We know it's not real. He's in the.
It's
purposefully disingenuous or even
Yeah.
disingenuous.
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 Back closet. I understand. And you guys don't want his, front and center, but he's still in the room, and he's still making a lot of these decisions. And that's the real problem that I have is, you've got a bunch of folks that he brought in that you've admitted you didn't hire, you don't know their backgrounds if they have anything in education, yet they're helping you fire half of your employees right
fine.
now. And
yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm really concerned about that. Do you know if any of them have requested or gained access to any sensitive data held by the department, including student loan borrower data?
Well, as government employees now, they have been vetted through the same process than any other
Oh,
government
yeah.
employee would. And so what access would be granted to other government
would have,
employees they
okay.
have.
That's fine. And then, do you know the number of people that you've had to reinstate of those fired?
It's about 74.
About
Yeah.
74. So how did that happen? Because, I've been an employer for 37 years. The dumbest thing I could possibly do is fire someone just to rehire
that's so
them, right? 'Cause
stupid,
you've
right?
given them no job security. It's like beyond stupid, right? Not saying
Beyond
because you didn't do it.
stupid.
Clearly, it sounds like this is from Elon
That could
Musk. But
almost be a
how did
sound
that
clip.
happen?
The
That people got
dumbest
fired and no
thing.
one thought of you might need them
Right?
in the
Well,
department?
some
He
of that
says
did
right
happen
on
when I
there. I love
returned.
that.
Okay.
Now, I was in the private sector. I have done restructuring.
Oh,
in
she was in the
firms, and
private
it's
sector,
painful
all
to
right.
do that.
Yeah. But
And
fire
you-
people
wait,
to
no,
rehire them?
well, here's the thing.
Like usually that's not a straight.
This line of questioning is hilarious considering the company that she ran.
Yeah.
Because
What company was that, Tim?
WWE, they fire and rehire people all the fucking
time. Yeah.
That's all they do is fire wrestlers until they're worth less, and then they rehire them at a smaller contract. Like, that's all they do.
No, they just break up to make up.
Listen here, people. She fired The Rock. Just pointing that out.
She did fire The Rock and Stone Cold.
I think that was a mistake.
And Hulk Hogan, I think, but that was a good one.
That was a
That
good
one
one.
was fine.
Yeah, but then she rehired Hogan.
That's right. They did rehire
Yep,
Hogan
yep,
like
and now I'm
twice.
back off the tray.
Two negatives actually made it worse.
When you are restructuring a company, you hope that you're just cutting fat. Sometimes you cut a little in the muscle and you realize it as you're continuing your programs
Muscle?
and you can bring people back to do that.
Yeah.
So
Or
that's
you
what
can
we
plan
did.
ahead and not fire people to rehire them, right? That would be another strategy that I think is more often used. Would you agree?
Well, I'm saying that I have been on both sides of that coin and I found them both to be effective.
Okay, interesting. We
Cutting
have
the
a different
muscle is
perspective on that, but maybe the world of all-star wrestling is different than my world of business to business. You talked about, I agree with you about
Maybe you work in different
contracts
business.
enriching private contractors at public expense. Does Elon Musk have any contracts with the Department of Education?
First of all, I just
It's
need
a simple question,
well,
please.
I just not
This
that I
is
know
my
of.
time. I have 38 seconds, please,
Well,
Madam
I don't
Secretary.
know if he does or not.
You don't know if Elon Musk has any contracts in your department and you've met with him multiple times?
Elon Musk
Am I really informing you? No, I'm not. I'm misleading you.
doesn't have contracts in my department.
So
Well, how do you
Department of
know?
Education, there are no contracts with any Elon Musk company. That's what I'm asking.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
That
All
doesn't mean
You wanna
anything.
Check a blue card real quick, or are you pretty sure of that?
I said not to my knowledge.
Okay.
If I find out differently,
you
I'll
see
be happy
somebody
to get
tap
back
his
to you.
elbow when he
And
said
just
that?
in the last
Yeah.
few seconds I have, just real quick on
come on, man, she don't know.
private schools getting public dollars, just so you know, something like 3/4 of the students that wind up going into those schools already attend those schools, and they're getting tax money. So if we get rid of the Department of
Free
Education,
tuition for rich
should we
people.
put the private voucher program under Ways and Means because it's really more of a tax benefit than an education benefit?
Well, I'm happy to get back to you on that as to how we restructure the Department of Education going forward and how those programs are handled.
Great, appreciate it. Thank you,
AKA,
Madam Secretary.
I don't know.
I don't know that stuff.
Oh boy. All right. So
She is so destroying your country. That part of it.
Just the next generation, Ollie. It's
Ollie,
just the next generation.
On the flip side here, a judge ruled today that Trump couldn't dismantle the Department of Education and that they had to rehire everyone that they fired.
Everyone.
Anyone that wasn't a temporary employee, I think is what
Yep.
it was.
Which is most.
Yeah. So she'll have to run the Department of Education until Congress decides to give it the old axe, or the Supreme Court says whatever. It didn't get all the way to the Supreme Court yet, but a district judge said that he couldn't do it, and so that's where they are on that.
And that's going to stop them? How?
Is
it just another court order for them to ignore?
Well, people don't have to listen to them if they don't have a court's approval, because if they try to do something that's extrajudicial, outside the law, and I don't have to listen. You know what I mean? Like if a random cop just walks up to you and says, "Hey, give me your ID," and you're like, first of all, I'm not driving. I'm in a subway, and I don't even know if you're a real cop. So you don't like, what I mean? Like they don't have the.
But the problem is that all these people are already fired. So they're currently not working and they've been ordered to rehire them. They could just ignore that order and not rehire them.
They're already getting paid.
I mean,
That's the other part.
It gives the people who've been fired more grounds to sue.
And then they can get the pay from when they were fired because they couldn't fire them. So they're due money from 2 months ago.
That's the problem with trying to like fire fucking people in a union. Not only are they going to get their job back, but you're going to have to fucking pay them for all the time that you just fucking put them off of work.
So
And you didn't get the job done. So
you just paid them to not work all spring. That's all they did.
You just paid, you paid extra to put us behind schedule. Good job.
I want to get paid to just have a vacation. That sounds great.
Sure, they did too.
Yeah, no, I joke. It would suck to be like, you're out. Do I have a job? Do I not have a job?
Yeah,
like it's
exactly.
I can't imagine.
Linda McMahon.
Ugh. Can we just like all of Trump's secretary picks is just automatic pineapple? Like, is that a bad decision?
No, because then we'll have to see all of them again. We have to be judicious about this.
That's right. How do you spell McMahon?
MACMAHON. That's how they spell it. It's McMahon.
McMahon.
Pac-Man.
Doesn't it say on the clip?
Yeah, I already closed the clip.
Amateur producer mistake.
We don't even have a freeze frame.
Yeah, where's our image to look at
my
and
goodness.
remind us of the disaster that was that?
It's already gone. I'm producing the show now. It's on now.
Stop asking about it.
Why
Guys,
do you keep
remember when
asking
Mike
about the
used to
airplanes?
produce
Stop asking about these fucking planes, damn it. None of your fucking business about my fucking plane. He's getting sick of us with those fucking plane questions. He's like, shut the fuck up about the plane.
Stop asking about the plane. Why do you keep asking about the plane?
I'm not giving it back.
Because it was upside down and burning. That's why I'm asking about that.
Content.
I think I'm just going to go F on content. I'm not going to go all the way to pineapple.
I'm going to D.
Yeah,
because she doesn't know anything.
Yeah, it's another one of those. I don't know.
She just doesn't know anything.
I was almost gonna say like D+, C-, because she was willing to at least say I don't know and I'll get it back to you rather than just bullshitting her way through a non-answer.
That won't happen in 2 months from now. She'll be trained by then.
Yeah,
you know.
She'll have that Elon Musk earpiece from Tesla to tell her what to say. It's
government issued earpiece.
No,
we're gonna pay for it.
The Tesla robot will just show up in the place. Right?
It'll be her like
McMahon bot.
a screen. It'll be her face. I'm like, hello. So I don't know. D+.
D.
You think D+ really that good? I don't think.
I think it's averaging out to a D.
I think I'd go up to a D- at the best. She's just a horrible person. Doesn't know what she's talking about. Won't give a solid answer on anything.
Delivery.
D.
Yeah, I also think D.
Keep her in the abyssal zone. She doesn't get to be at the bottom of the ocean. She has to stay right above it.
And vibes.
Oh, vibes.
I think we're right in the same spot again.
She's not respecting the business. Respect
my
authority.
D-.
Not respecting the business.
DJ.
Yeah, I
think a D works.
Yeah.
She is pretty much a D.
All right, guys.
D for dumb.
So far, I've been taking it easy on you.
You have.
What? That wasn't pineapple?
The easy stops now.
It was just barely off pineapple. Now we're going for the
Before
true.
we start, I just want to point out that my brother-in-law stopped by and he brought me some Smorgasm whiskey.
Ooh.
I'm gonna drink that and let everyone know.
I'm about to say that's about to get crushed in about 2 seconds.
Yep.
Oh my.
Oh boy. Do I have any? I'm almost out of coffee.
All
Here
right.
we go.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Let it wash
over.
over.
I'm gonna need to drink after this clip anyway. So
let it wash over you, boys.
I think that one of the problems is in this country is constantly accusing people of all kinds of hate, whether it's anti-Semitism, racism, being homophobic, all of these things. I think that what we need
purposefully disingenuous or even
disingenuous.
So she's saying I don't like it when people call me these things.
Racist. Yeah.
That's what she's saying, right?
Too many people are just
then
throwing
stop
away
being those things.
You know, too many people are running around here like calling people racist for racist behavior. Like, what is that about?
Yeah.
Like, can we get to a point in this country where we just don't say it? Like, I don't want to hear you call me racist anymore.
I want to be able to just do the Nazi salute on stage and have no one call me a Nazi.
Is that so much to ask?
That's all. There are plenty of things that are bad and wrong, but it doesn't make them fascist.
I don't think it's fair to me that you guys just keep calling me a Nazi.
She
Nazi
needs to
Barbie.
look at the camera. It's bothering me.
Like, just because I'm Stormfront from The Boys doesn't mean you guys can call me that.
Need to focus on is that we're all people, and making sure that we remember that humanity is something that's extremely important. And that's why we're having this chat tonight, is because we're both against all of these wars, and we need to make sure that we can take a stance in America that we don't want to be involved. We don't have to be involved. We don't have to be involved in every single conflict, and we don't need to go out and fight wars on behalf of foreign countries. As a matter of fact, we need to fix our problems at home.
Okay, well, I was going to go to the next topic.
Her teleprompter is
you
just
brought up
slightly
that it
off
was a
center.
false
She's
headline.
looking just down.
So you're right.
Right.
We have said some bad things about you. There's no question about that. And so, and it started with that issue of the space lasers, right? So you brought it back.
Yeah, but I never said said
that's why I'm
Jewish
gonna
space
ask you.
lasers. So that's a lie. Yeah, it's a lie, and I really am
Can
tired
we find that clip?
people
So
perpetuating
what do
the
you
lie.
mean you didn't say it? Just I'm trying to clear
what
it
do you
up.
mean?
I never said that. I've never said that statement in my life, but there was someone that
You
wrote
just
an
said it
article,
now.
and that was the headline, and that's what they created. It was in early January of 2021 when I first came into Congress. And so it was an entire hit piece against me. And it was a statement I had never said in my life, and never even heard of it until I saw it trending on Twitter attached to my name.
So that was not your Facebook account?
Of course it was my Facebook account, but I never said Jewish space lasers. And I never blamed Jewish people or Israel for anything in my Facebook post.
Anything
And you
ever.
can read my Facebook post, and it's clear and obvious.
Okay. Are you worried about Elon's space lasers these days? Because they're like, I heard about this Golden Dome project. I know this is a little bit, it's just the adjacent topic, but let me ask you while we're here. So it would cost hundreds of billions of dollars, and theoretically it would be like Iron Dome that we gave to Israel where it protects the country, but it sounds like a giant boondoggle to me. I don't think that they're going to be able to pull that off. And isn't it a problem that Elon is one of the top donors to Donald Trump, and now if he gets this massive contract for Golden Dome, wouldn't that be a conflict of interest you'd be worried about?
Well, I think having national defense is critically important, and that's something that the American people would definitely want. I don't know the details of this project, but I think it's kind of silly to just make these accusations against Elon and the Trump administration when we could go through every single administration going back for decades and line up the wealthy people in the country that benefited from whoever was president at the time. I mean, we could.
Oh, we could do that,
but we won't.
I mean, who would benefit from who the president was at the time? Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Wasn't she just caught like investing in something from the committee that she sits on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
What? Insider trading and all that.
The insider trading thing.
Talk about Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, who banned me, Twitter that banned my personal page until Elon bought X back. We could go through the list on and on. Pharmaceutical companies that benefited during COVID and many more things. So I'm not really going to get into the silly back and forth about, Elon is bad. Actually, I think Elon is a great patriot, and what he's doing at Doge is critically important because we're $36 trillion in debt. That's the right and the left. We're in that debt together. And so I'm thankful he's taking that on.
Right. So on another show, we might talk.
That's just such a piss off that she said that, because the Republicans just keep digging it deeper and deeper, while the Democrats have actually reduced the deficit most of the last couple of terms that they've been in.
Reduce the deficit and increase GDP, increase job growth. Like, the numbers don't lie.
We're in this together. Yeah.
And yet,
such a fucking dumbass.
Conservatives are stuck on this. Only conservatives can make the economy better. And that's just never been true in recent history.
She's the reason why there's blonde jokes.
Don't say things like that. That's mean.
Sorry.
But she is.
Yeah, I'm blonde. Fuck you, Ollie.
My wife is blonde. My baby's blonde.
Tisk.
So,
so in a Facebook post, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it is a book. But on November 17th, 2018, Marjorie Taylor Greene wrote this in a public post, and putting it out there from some research I've done. Then there's a bunch of stuff, but it's highlighted here. Then, Ali, there are all these people who have said they saw what looks like lasers or blue beams of light causing the fires, and pictures and videos. I don't know anything about that, but I do find it curious. PG&E's partnership with Solarian on a space solar generator starting in 2009. They announced it launched it into space in March 2018, which she's really cracked up here. I maybe even put them up before that. Space solar generate. The sun is already out there still. Collect the sun's energy and then beam it back to Earth. Because you can't just put the transmitter on the floor to Earth to a transmitter to convert to electricity. The idea is clean energy to replace coal and oil. If they're beaming the sun's energy back to Earth, I'm sure they wouldn't ever miss a transmitter receiving station, right? I mean, mistakes are never made when anything new is invented. What would look like anyway? What would that look like anyway? A laser beam or light beam coming down to Earth, I guess. Could that cause a fire? I don't know. I hope not. That wouldn't look so good for PG&E, Rothschild Inc., Solarian, and Jerry Brown, who sure does seem fond of PG&E. The Rothschilds is the dog whistle to the anti-Semitic. So yes, you did say that.
So she didn't say the phrase Jewish space lasers. However, she heavily insinuated it.
Correct.
Yeah.
That a Jewish corporation, run corporation would have the lasers. So nice try, Margie, but you did say that.
Well, and that's the Republic mantra. I didn't say those exact words, so then it didn't occur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna play any more of this because
thank God
it goes on. But so Marjorie Taylor Greene.
That's hardly enough pineapple. I say let the punishment continue.
Oh, don't
bad, Mikey.
Punishment's coming.
Well, Jank has to get his rating too, right?
Oh yeah. Shank and Marjorie. So we'll do Marjorie first.
Okay.
MTG. Content.
F plus.
Really? I mean, she was just defending the space laser thing? Like, I don't know. Like, we didn't get enough. I don't know.
You want more?
I'm just saying we didn't get a full clip. I'm just saying.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
There's more.
Talk about
she
the
said a
tax
bunch of
cuts
stuff
and how
before
that's
that.
going to put
I can't remember it.
She was talking about how we shouldn't go defending other countries.
Oh yeah, that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a much greater debt, but it is a different topic. So, and by the way, do both sides take tremendous amount of money and do what their owners want? Absolutely. And so do I talk about it in relationship to the Republican Party? Absolutely. Do I talk about it in relationship to the Democratic Party? Absolutely. Right. And again, AIPAC was the #1 donor, but you're right. Big Pharma normally gives more money than AIPAC, some oftentimes 4 times as much, oil companies, bankers, etc. So I'm curious, do you take corporate PAC money or no?
No, I don't take a lot of corporate PAC money. I don't have donations from
Wait,
Big Pharma. I think I've had. I didn't go on the Israel trip with AIPAC.
I just take a little. I just take a little.
I just take a little bit.
Yeah, there's billions and billions of that money out there. I only take millions. So yeah,
I don't take all of it.
In her last campaign, she raised $8 million. Anyone want to take a guess on how much of that was PAC money?
7.3.
6.2.
Oh, Mark left us, huh?
Do something.
Let's find out. Let's see. She took $3 million from corporate PAC.
So half.
Yeah.
Just a little half.
She also has she also has her own political action committee.
What?
Well, that's where all her
No.
money comes from.
No, she doesn't. She would never do that.
Anyone want to guess the name of her political action committee?
Patriot Justice.
Second Amendment Justice Patriot.
American Bald Eagle. Bald Eagle.
I'll put this out to the chat too. Chat, what is the name of Marjorie Taylor Greene's political action committee?
Ooh. AJSL.
Eagle.
Anti-Jewish Space Lasers.
Space Eagles.
Spiegels.
Spiegels. Spiegels.
Spiegel, final answer.
So,
Spiegel.
All answers are wrong.
Damn it.
What?
The name of her political action committee is Save America, Stop Socialism PAC.
That's Spiegel.
So her political action committee is called SAS.
Yes, it's SAS. It's SAS PAC.
SAS PAC.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
SAS PAC, come on back.
Person impersonator says Truth Warriors.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. Truth Finders.
But with the question mark. It has to be a question name.
Gosh, so awful.
Yeah,
I'm Truth Warriors.
It's called a leadership PAC. It's not like a corporate political action committee. It's something that Republican leadership puts together, and since she is a chair in a committee now, she's considered leadership. So she has her own leadership PAC.
And that's going swimmingly.
Yeah.
That's fucking as Jasmine Crockett fucking hands her ass every fucking other day. It's hilarious. I'm so glad she got promoted.
Point of order. Can I talk about your bleached ass blonde? I don't remember the full, but it was, I'd watch that clip every week.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Bleach, blonde, bad built, butch body.
Something like
there
that.
it is.
I like how they're like mortal enemies in these hearings. Like they're always out to get each other.
It's like Bring It On, and then like Jasmine Crockett's from the hood school.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Burr, it's cold in here." Some toros.
All right, let's let her
cold outside.
Let's let her answer this question, and then we'll do the review.
Gross.
PAC, and I've had, I think, around $2,000 from them.
Lie.
But that's it.
Lie.
I don't have big tech money. Most of my donations, over 90% of them, are from the grassroots or small dollar donations.
Lie.
I have one of the
Also a lie.
largest digital files in Congress, and I have donors from all 50 states.
I really have to stop fact checking her, but here are the top contributors to her campaign and her political action committee.
Elon Musk.
Real estate professionals, pharmaceutical industry,
Who'd have thunk that?
conservative political action committees, also an electric company in Georgia, another PAC called the Majority Committee PAC, and the House Freedom Fund. So
Maybe that's just her name, like the Marjorie
for who?
Marjoridity.
I think the majority is like the Republicans because they're in the majority. So, but those are the people who contribute.
Those are small dollars.
Small dollar contributors make up about 65% of her campaign.
No, 90.
100%, Tim.
Read it right next time, douchebag.
Large individual contributions make up another 30%, and then PAC money is about 5%.
You're just saying that.
So she's funded by the rich. Got it.
Yep.
Yes. She is.
Well, and she was also an already wealthy person that purposely moved to a poor district to get elected. So, like,
that is true.
Carpetbagger.
think I'm one of the rare members of Congress that actually have donors from all 50 states, as well as over 11 million people that follow me across social media platforms.
Racism travels.
So not a lot of corporate PAC money, but some don't take any at all as a matter of principle. Like Ro Khanna on the left, Josh Hawley on the right, Matt Gaetz when he was in office stopped taking corporate PAC money. Do you have a rule against it, or you're just not taking a lot?
I think there's been a couple of donations, but I'd have to literally go through my FEC to be able to tell you what they are. But there's probably
Yeah, right. If you guys want to give me money, I'm not going to say no.
Are you offering?
Are you saying you want to give me money?
I will open my wallet if that's what you're saying.
very, very few, if there are any at all.
Okay, you mentioned Snowden earlier. Should Trump pardon Snowden and bring him back?
I want to hear this.
I think that's something that the president should seriously look at. And I'm for a pardon. I've said that. I've been on record for that, as well as Julian Assange.
As well as Julian Assange.
Good luck selling that to your military people.
Yeah,
Right.
damn.
So
they do not feel the same way.
I have some more fact checking. So she said she had 11 million social media followers. Is that the number we heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Google says no.
Did you add social and Rumble?
She has 1.7 million likes on Facebook.
That's like not even half.
And maybe like 2.64 million Facebook fans / Twitter followers. Like, it doesn't really give the best breakdown.
Okay.
AOC, on the other hand, has 8.4 million on Instagram alone.
Well, that's because she is illegal. She's from Puerto Rico, and that is not a state.
And 13 million on Twitter. Another 2 million on Facebook. I'm not surprised she has less Facebook numbers because only old people use Facebook.
Shut up.
I'm sorry, Tim. Facebook. I call it like I see it, Boomer.
All right. Now let's review Marjorie Taylor Greene. Content.
Made me feel kind of queasy.
Still didn't get that shower.
Yeah, I feel dirtier than before, which I didn't think was possible. But
I think Person Impersonator sums it up very nicely. She reminds me of a sentient weeping sore or infected wound. Gross.
Yeah. Imagine you got this little fucking goiter right here on your neck, and it
goiter,
and it speaks.
She's like a racist Quado from Total Recall. Little bigot that's just like stuck out of my chest.
So content.
Open your mind, you fucking earthling Quaid.
Open your mind.
F. Are we F on words?
Yeah.
She lies a lot. So
delivery. D.
I could hear her, so I guess D.
D plus.
I mean, she was mildly pleasant, I suppose, for an interview. Usually she's yelling at people, and she wasn't yelling here.
I was almost going to give her just like a C. Like, it was not awful, and it wasn't good. She showed up to class.
Yeah, I'm going to give her a C minus, and I'm going to blame the minus on Mark, because you pointed out that she was not looking directly at the camera.
It bothered me the whole time.
I hadn't noticed it until you pointed it out, and then I couldn't stop noticing it after that. Like,
now I can't unsee this.
And finally, I think we discussed this, but vibes. F.
Dirty. F minus.
Yeah, F minus. Almost a pineapple. She's just a horrible person.
I hate her.
But F minus, yeah.
And she is one of those individuals where, like we talked about last week, that some of the people we don't like are having redeeming moments. She could never redeem herself to me. She's one of those she's off the cliff. There's no rope. There's no ladder. There's nothing we can do.
Well, Mark, picture this. She goes into a coma for like 3 or 4 years. and then comes out of the coma and is a completely different person. Just she has memory just gone, erased. She doesn't remember
Why are
any
we
of the
doing
previous
this?
stuff.
I don't know.
Why are we doing this thought experiment?
All right.
Is it possible that she could be redeemed?
She had a fucking an ad for her campaign, which was giving away a Barrett 50 cal when fucking when fucking Biden got elected. Like, she's a horrible fucking monster of a person. She's not good. There is nothing to redeem. I don't know why we're beating ourselves up to defend her. Like, she's just a piece of shit. Dude.
No, and
you were right on the first. You were the first right the first time. Be mean to her. We're too nice.
And she's basically stolen. She's basically stolen money from the government and then defrauded the government. And now she did the insider trading, which is also defrauding the American people because she's making money off of
She's a female Brett Favre.
Oh God, yes.
Everybody hates Brett
They should
Favre.
get married.
Gina in the chat,
big ass toe.
She reminds me of a big toe.
Like, if Marjorie, all right, Ollie, to answer your question so we can move on. If she got out of this coma, was not her same self anymore, and then spent the next 30 years making it up to society, sure, I'll forgive her. She won't.
No, I didn't think she would.
So,
right.
She's a trash person.
We are also going to. Do you guys want to rank the not so young Turk?
Not really.
Didn't do much.
You just want an honorable, dishonorable. I mean, he was kind of nothing in that interview.
How about a
he
neutral
just asked
mention?
the questions. Yeah.
Neutral
I'd like to
mention.
see him actually do an interview with him where he's being interviewed.
I mean, it goes on because it's a very friendly interview to, again, the person who we all just agreed is literally trash. And he gave her a very friendly interview.
Yeah.
Why is he giving her a friendly interview? He shouldn't be doing that.
Because he wants to reach across the aisle and go get viewers from over there because everyone on the progressive side left that fucking channel because he's a fucking MAGA apologist and he's willing to platform bigots for clicks because he needs it right now.
So Mikey, you follow this more closely than any of us. Is the whole channel just like done? Are they like just not the Young Turks from 10 years ago?
That part's gone. A couple of the major hosts have left. A lot of people are disassociating. A lot of people are coming up and saying kind of how it is behind the scenes over there. And he runs it just like a Rupert Murdoch, and except he does it on the progressive side. And now that his politics have veered away from the progressive side of things, and now it's, oh, come on, we got to talk to Trump, we got to get access to Trump, we got to get these MAGA guys in here, we got to talk to them. And that was the problem, we just didn't reach across the aisle more. And what's up with this LGBTQ anyway, huh? Like that, let's get rid. And like some of this like middle of the quote unquote middle of the road issues, like trans rights and how we treat the poor and support for migrants, they just threw all of that away in the most NIMBYist progressive fashion to the point where they have disgusted the entire fan base.
The political science term for that is an armchair liberal.
Yeah.
They spout liberal ideas, but they don't actually follow them. And when it comes time to action, they're completely useless.
Bill Maher.
Yeah.
Bill Maher have no push when it comes time to shove.
So I have a proposal for you
Landon.
then, gentlemen. How about we just dishonorable mention TYT for platforming Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Just for platforming a racist bitch, yeah.
He went on stage with Charlie Kirk.
That's
like he went on stage with fucking a Nazi. He went on stage with
yes, that's what I'm like. He's already like he went on a media tour and was going out. He's been on Patrick Bet David a whole bunch of times, and it's that like that's where he wants. Zero, will you relax? He like wants to go out. Like, you're not leaving, dude. You're trapped in here with me. Just relax. Because I don't want to get up.
That's fair.
And like as soon as Trump won, he immediately went to all the right wing people and tried to like cozy up to them and like, we're still cool, right? So like he went and talked with Tucker. Like he's trying to keep his channel out of harm's way. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's out of fear of retribution from this administration. If you know, he's because like we all got pissed at Joe and Mika for going down to Mar-a-Lago.
Oh yeah.
Everything but taking the flight. You know what I mean? Like they're right there. And then they started taking corporate money. And then it's like from this gambling side, and like it's gambling that you can't even do in the United States because we don't sanction it. But this is supposed to be the home of the progressives, and people donated like hundreds of thousands of dollars to like build this studio for them, just for at the last minute him to get a now it's the Poly Market studio, and now like they fund it. So it's like, well, what happened to all of our money? Like it's people feel betrayed. And he was supposed to be like he was a early backer of AOC and Bernie and the squad. They had the Wolf Pack, which was supposed to be a group to get rid of some of the candidates taking PAC money. Like, just don't do it. Just don't take it. Join the PAC and just don't take corporate money. That was his thing. Now he's got a corporate studio and he's got Marjorie Taylor Greene on. So how you go from being 100% Bernie is the way to Marjorie Taylor Greene's okay to have on an interview, sharing the stage with Tucker Carlson and Charlie Kirk is acceptable. I don't know.
He blows with the wind, and when the
Anna Kasparian saying she's undecided or whatever it is, unclaimed or whatever the phrase that they're all using now, and then she's doing a show with Valuetainment with Patrick Bet-David and the rest of those fucking hyenas. So it's like, hey, you keep saying you're the home of the fucking progressives, but the Ben podcast is looking like the fucking home of the progressives. We're constantly upset. We're frazzled all the time. We're not getting any goddamn sleep. I'm just wondering when everybody's going to start being normal.
And I guarantee that
the business.
That's what I'm saying.
Their show will flip back progressive as soon as progressives take over again.
Exactly.
And another fun fact about TYT is the very first YouTube partner. They are the first channel to ever get monetized. They are the first channel to ever do that.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
They're the original. They're the original YouTubers. But I mean, and it was for progressive media. So that was like supposed to be like, you know, this refuge online for like progressive thought. And now it's more
what thought?
NIMBY centrist thought. Like maybe I just really want them to get rid of Trende Aragua when they take over this hotel in Colorado. Like that, they really promoted the shit out of that story for it to be a right-wing conspiracy theory. So
all right,
rant
guys.
Concluded.
Do we have another video?
TYT, we're coming for you. We're fucking coming.
Everyone that watches that show that isn't a shill, come here.
Yeah.
All right. We have another video, Ollie, and you're not gonna like it. But it's fine.
Is it
Jordan Peterson?
Listen, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I put one in there.
Oh, Mikey did put. Yeah, I got this.
Okay.
Listen, we're gonna end on a better note than this video. All right.
You're lucky, boys.
Oh,
man.
Fuck you.
Gut punch.
What a dick.
Punch.
Having a stroke.
Isn't this guy like the bottom of our rankings?
Oh, yes.
He is the literal worst.
He's already winning.
Leader, the record holder. Listen, we gotta average out his stats here. He's only got one.
Maybe if we
And
give
is
him,
it all
let's give him,
pineapple?
let's give him an A. Hey guys, let's just give him an A.
You can't.
That way,
no, you can't.
that way he'll line up with a C, and that way he'll just stay. He'll get he won't even get a trophy at the end of the year.
All right, here we go. Hold on to your hats.
This is my second experience with this guy.
So it appears the grown-ups are back. Suddenly, Washington has rediscovered what an actual boss looks like. And what happens when you have a great boss? The bossness trickles down. Now we finally got cabinet members who aren't just confident, they're kicking ass. Take Marco Rubio, whose transformation reminds us of when the Incredible Hulk gets angry or when Judge Janine loses a shoe.
What?
Here's Marco taking Chris Van Allen to the short bus.
I have to tell you directly and personally, that I regret voting for you for Secretary of State.
Well, first of all, your regret for voting for me confirms I'm doing a good job. In the case of El Salvador, absolutely.
What?
Absolutely. We deported gang members, including the one you had a margarita with. And that guy is a human trafficker, and that guy is a gangbanger, and the evidence is going to be clear in the days to come. You're going to see who you went to defend. I'm sorry.
Can you pause it real quick? So I don't want to like belabor this, but I think either me and you, Tim, or I watched it on my own. Like I've seen like this full questioning.
Yeah.
The editing that they do over there at Fox, well, bang up, because the fact that they totally dismantle that comment before he says that, and then they just cut it out and just go straight to his answer is crazy, because he asked him about due process. And then instead of answering about due process, he spouts out some shit about El Salvador and how those were gang members in El Salvador. That is the only part that the Fox News audience sees. They don't even see the part where the guy asked him, hey, you're overstepping and you're not giving people their due process. He says that thing. The Fox News audience, all they see is, look at this guy handling business. Like it's fucking disgusting what Fox News does over there.
It's deceptive editing, because Marco Rubio gets railed in this hearing. He gets destroyed. But yes, selective editing and also
purposefully disingenuous or even
disingenuous. I feel like it's an insult to me personally.
Chairman, he can't make unsubstantiated comments like that.
Secretary Rubio has the floor.
Secretary Rubio should take that testimony to the federal court of the United States, because he hasn't done it under oath.
Here's another point, okay? There is a division in our government between the federal branch and the judicial branch. No judge and the judicial branch cannot tell me or the president how to conduct foreign policy.
I haven't seen a mismatch like that since Randy Weingarten sat on a chair.
What?
He's hilarious and we're not funny.
Okay, I know you said this was long, Mikey, but I gotta play it at least once.
It's a comedian saying unfunny things to an audience, and then a second audience watching that first audience not laugh and finding that funny.
You did find it's like a semi truck. It's a long vehicle, but you did find somewhere to park it.
The plane's on fire, but it landed in the right place.
Upside down and burning.
Upside down and burning.
All right. By the way, we're not going to go through all 12 minutes of this. I don't want to listen to this for 12 minutes.
I'm going to bed if we're going through all 12 minutes.
No, we're doing 5 minutes. And
I'm already asleep if we're watching 12.
And it's only possible when you got the wind of Trump at your back and no fear of the wind coming from the flatulent left-wing mob. And Rubio's not alone. The entire cast of unintimidated ass kickers is growing real fast. Just take a look at this murderer's row.
If I offend anybody today, I don't give a I don't give a what you think about me.
Well, our people are now the sickest people in the world. Seriously. Because you have not done your job.
You don't care about wasting tax dollars. Senator Ricketts does.
And the problem.
I'm going to do my job because the American public.
We have a senator whose last name is Ricketts.
Landon Ricketts.
Don't tell Mitch McConnell.
That's a Red Dead Redemption character name.
Let me just Tim, I apologize. I need big screen.
Okay. You need it by yourself?
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
How do you do this? How does
Click on my picture? No. Just okay, that's fine.
I did it the long way.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's an Italian beef, baby. We're going good places today.
Oh my god.
We're going good places.
Why would you show that and not share? Fuck you, Mike.
Oh, the green is being taken out, but you guys can.
Man.
Oh, and a water. My wife is so awesome.
You got Italian beef
and McDonald's fries. It looks like you have McDonald's fries.
No, these are Portillo's fries.
Oh,
crinkle cut and delicious.
I'm gonna learn how to make that Italian beef so I can have one, because I don't live in Chicago.
Yeah.
You just need some good giardiniera and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, the giardiniera I hear is key. Anyway, back to this shit.
I'm about to eat.
And the problem is about us not wasting tax dollars.
If you want to talk about someone who was attacked by a weaponized bureau, you're looking.
Is he talking that Kash Patel is like the dude who's like, I'm gonna get these liberals? Like, come on, he's such a fucking nerd.
With way too much product there.
Now he's the director of the FBI and he's cleaning it up.
Don't really care, Margaret. I don't want that person in my country, and I think most Americans agree.
And also, this couch fucker is not a guy who you want to put as a paragon of defying the left. JD Vance is such a slimy worm.
You know, Tim, he has a new name now. Pope Killer.
Pope, yeah, he did. He was the last one to see the. He's got it. He's cursed.
He's cursed.
A papal assassination.
What did you say, couch fucker?
Assassin's Creed, MAGA.
Oh, Lena says. Lena in the chat says, "Oh, this is for you, Lena." Damn, I miss Portillo's. Yeah, man. we got DoorDash some fucking Portillo's. I'm loving it.
We also have a
damn,
comment.
this is hot.
We also have a comment from Mark's Couch. Love the channel.
Hi, Ryan.
They say hello.
No more pronouns.
Oh yeah, Pete Hegseth.
No more
there
climate
we go.
change obsession. No more emergency vaccine mandates. No more dudes in dresses.
No more making sure people don't die.
Pandemics are welcome
done
here
with
in
that.
this country.
Yeah.
By the way, let's look at this picture and look at Kash Patel in this picture.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What the fuck?
I think he got tased.
Why is he like that?
Man, that's like that. He's definitely done at least an 8-ball of coke right there is my guess.
Hey boys, just real quick. You know that's the leader of the FBI, right?
Oh yeah, he's great, fantastic.
Okay, just wanted to remind you.
Long live America.
Okay, just wanted to the box.
Tell you what,
I still want him
I
to
haven't
do a
seen
drug
so
test.
many bad asses since Kudlow had his 80th birthday at a nude beach.
Nobody got it.
One
But
guy
all
got
of
it.
them are energized because they know something changed. Trump's back, and he has your back, so they've showed up to fight. Now let's contrast that with Team Biden, the island of misfit DEI hires. Last year's starting lineup, Kamala Harris, the border czar who managed to make the border worse. But by losing to Trump, she proves drinking does make your problems go away. Remember Mayorkas? The guy threw his own agents under the bus, lied about having control of the border, and on top of that, looks like a ball sack after a fresh waxing.
Says pre-wax balls.
Pete Buttigieg went on a 3-month paternity leave before they even knew he was gone, let alone pregnant. This guy was as
Nobody got
useless
it.
as crowd control at a Jesse Waters book signing.
More ooze than laughs.
Secretary of State Blinken became a Nero in mom jeans, playing guitar while our foreign policy burned. 13 service members died under his watch. Luckily, his boss totally forgot about it. Lloyd Austin,
Nobody
our
got
defense
it.
secretary, hid that he had prostate cancer. Where have we heard that before? Do you realize that means at one point our military had no commander-in-chief and no secretary of defense? If Aruba decided to invade us, we would have been. But I
Nobody
guess
got
that's
it.
how you get a mentally ill dude in charge of nuclear waste who moonlights as a luggage thief. Under Biden, staffers were taking it in the ass at a Senate conference room and filming it. I was not there.
Sure you weren't, Greg.
And what
Notice
about
the laugh.
Binder,
Yeah.
right? Whose job was to sell us all this. She instilled confidence in this administration the way The View instills confidence in Weight Watchers.
Nobody
Didn't
got
matter
it.
because the media
Wow.
played along. Hell, they carried so much water, camels tried to have sex with them.
Nothing.
But there was no
Nothing.
top guy, and it showed with the rest of these clock watchers. When your boss inspires naps instead of nerves, success is never an option because failure is expected. I think the Biden administration's motto was, We do less before 9 a.m. than dead people do all day.
Nobody
But
cared.
now it's
Nobody
changed.
cared.
Entire departments, they're not worried about disappointing the media or the bureaucrats. They want to please Trump and by extension, all of us. Trump knows leadership doesn't come from special days, hashtags, and platitudes about inclusion. It comes from expectations. It comes from pressure and a vision
This
for what's
after
great.
Liberation Day?
Which is why we went from a president who forgot names to a White House who's kicking ass and taking them.
No, we went to a president that had a hard time getting into a garbage truck.
All right, that's all the Gutfeld I think we can possibly take.
At some point, we're gonna have to start doing our own equation of like fucking platforming his hate speech.
Yeah, yeah,
because it is vile.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
PC in the house.
So once again, for the comment section, none of that was funny. The audience didn't think it was funny. His co-hosts barely thought it was funny, and by the end, nobody cared about his jokes.
Yeah.
So
there was maybe 2 or 3 of the things that he said that made maybe 10% of his audience laugh.
Well, there was apparently one guy in the audience I kept hearing laughing, and it was just that one.
Yeah, that's the guy sitting in the couch across from him.
That was probably Tyrus. He's always there.
He
wrote the jokes.
All right, so then it doesn't even count.
Yeah,
Right.
'cause there's like him, and then there's like 2 people in their own like little armchairs, or maybe sometimes there's 3 of them, but there's usually like 3 or 4 of them total on stage. The audience mics weren't picking up a damn thing. That was some idiot on a couch.
Yeah. So comment section, I don't get it. I'm a stand-up comedian. I've heard people not laugh at things. People don't laugh at me sometimes. What is funny about any of that?
As someone too afraid to take the steps that Tim has taken, I know when people are not laughing at me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our couch subscriber said he's also someone on a couch that's laughing. So
yeah.
Well, damn.
So I
Got
think this is going to be fairly rudimentary here. I think this is going to be pretty cut and dry. But content.
Is he still our worst person on our list?
Yeah.
Yes. By a lot, actually.
I say pineapple across the board. Let him fucking stay there.
No, I'm just giving him an F.
And
I don't even feel like thinking about it. F. Next.
All F's.
All the F's.
F for fuck him. So,
dude, you just want to give him like a? I mean, I'm going pineapple on this. I'm with Mark. I think he's
2 F's and 2 pineapples. That's so it's
all right. It averages out. It averages out.
You got a pineapple plus.
Pineapple plus. That sounds like a new subscription service.
I was about to say maybe that should be what our members are called. the first tier is pineapple plus.
Yeah, so he was so bad in the first one that his score was pineapple, right? Just across the board.
We gave him pineapple.
He is an F- in this one. It's still going to make him the leader.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, Mikey.
Nothing that can be done.
We're gonna end on a good one, and then we'll go home.
You've lied to me before, Tim.
Well, this one Mikey put in. This one Mikey put in.
Mikey has lied to me. Y'all fuckers have lied to me before.
I would never. Take it for me.
Christy Nome again.
Yes.
More of this.
I'm going to hold off on my questions until the members have got done to see if some of them are duplicative.
House Rep Lauren Underwood.
Ms. Underwood, the floor is yours for questions.
Representing Illinois 14.
This weekend, the president made the remarkable statement that he, quote, doesn't know whether he has to uphold the Constitution. You, however, have taken a different position, both in your confirmation hearing and when you took the oath of office. You said that you were committed to complying with the Constitution. Do you still stand by that statement?
Absolutely. I believe President Trump.
Excellent.
As well
Let's start with Article 1, which gives Congress and only Congress the power of the purse. No money shall be drawn from the Treasury, but in consequence of appropriations made by law. This administration is freezing, terminating, and even clawing back federal grants and awards that were already signed into law. These are taxpayer dollars that were appropriated by Congress for the specific purposes that we laid out. So, Secretary, let me ask you, do you believe the administration has the authority to subvert appropriations law to freeze and terminate congressional funding?
Habeas corpus.
The administration and the Department of Homeland Security used our authorities that we have to evaluate every grant that was in front of us and meet statutory requirements, but also to make sure that they were being spent appropriately.
So, of course, the president is within his authorities. Ma'am, this is my time. Thank you so much. Of course, the president's within his authorities to drive policy decisions within the bounds of federal law and the Constitution, but that's not what you've been doing. What I'm asking is whether you believe you have the authority to ignore appropriations law. Do you believe that the Constitution gives the executive branch unilateral authority to withhold funds appropriated by the legislative branch?
We have evaluated grants to make sure if they're being spent appropriately, and work that is underway and was authorized.
That's your job.
Other grants that have not been started and have not been authorized or obligated, we have reevaluated. And I think you're talking specifically about grants potentially
within the budget. It's been authorized.
Non-disaster related.
The money's
I'm
there.
talking broadly, ma'am. And Article 2 does not give the executive the authority to withhold funds, period. And multiple courts have weighed in to agree.
Period.
Multiple courts have ruled in agreement. Congress controls the power of the purse. That is a fact. That's not a question. That is a fact. And so if the president disagrees with certain spending, Congress passed the Impoundment Act to create a legal process to seek rescissions, and we expect him to follow the law. This administration is not just ignoring the constitutional power of the people's elected representatives. It is also violating the fundamental right of individuals. Do you believe that the Constitution grants everyone in our country the right to due process, including non-citizens?
The administration has the authority to.
Ma'am, I'm looking for a yes or no question. Yes or no. Do you believe the Constitution? Yes, ma'am. Do you,
we have not conducted
claiming my time, Mr. Chairman?
Time is yours.
Okay, Secretary Noem, I'm just looking for a yes or no here. Do you believe the Constitution guarantees due process to everyone in America?
Due process is exactly what this Congress lays out.
Yes or no? Okay, ma'am, I'll take that as a no.
On due process.
Excuse me, I'm trying to ascertain your understanding of the law as it applies to your department. And you as its leader,
well, that's a mistake,
should be able to give us a yes or no answer, because judge after judge has ruled that the law is not being followed. Do you believe that the U.S. government has the authority to deport American citizens?
No, and we are not deporting U.S. citizens.
I'm so happy to hear that you do not believe that the law gives you that authority, because the federal government has no authority under U.S. laws to deport any American citizen. And as I know, everyone viewing this hearing today knows that several American citizens have been deported to date. Secretary Noem, that was not a question. Secretary Noem,
that was not a
that
question.
We both swore.
Did you hear the question mark?
To protect and defend the Constitution of the United States, not the president, not a political party, the Constitution. And that's what we're going to keep doing here at the Appropriations Committee. Thank you. I yield back.
She had some real good points.
So Mikey, what is the name of this congresswoman here?
Badass.
Lauren Underwood. She's a registered nurse.
Is she related to Frank Underwood?
No, she could not possibly be related to Kevin Spacey.
Okay.
First of all, there's a couple of chats I want to point out from Gutfeld. Person impersonator. It was just pro-Trump, Dem-hating diatribe, which, to be fair, did encompass a vast array of bigotries, more bigotries per word space than other hosts.
Yeah.
And
he packs it tight.
And then Ryan from Mark's Couch says pineapple.
Agreed.
I explained to him what the pineapple means since he hadn't watched the show before.
Well, we got to put that in a short.
Yeah, we do. You know what? I'll do that because I explained it on
last week.
Explain all the ranks in a little short.
Oh, I think you did. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'll put it in there. So,
well, could we have it like a pre-made intro that explains what the show is with a ranking system?
Yes,
so that
after we're off the air, we'll talk about
it. So, Congresswoman Underwood.
Very nice.
Content.
Yeah.
We're not going to rate Christy Noem. Fuck her.
Yeah, well, she already got a crap. Like, what are we going to give her?
She's gotten enough F's today. Got to save some F's for next week. We're going to run
pineapple shit.
Her words.
Content.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm going A.
I think I'll A.
Especially since ICE tried to come through Chicago, and all of Chicago said, "Fuck you, I'm not opening the door."
Yeah. Yeah.
Minnesota's is doing the same shit. I'm like, yeah, fuck y'all. Go away. You can't come into our schools. You can't come into our places of worship. Fuck off. Go away.
That's why they were waiting outside of fucking court, which is crazy.
Yeah. So delivery, I'm gonna go S rank for delivery. I think her cutting off Kristi Noem and just like that's not a question. That's good stuff.
S.
And then she immediately reclaimed her time.
Yeah. And she didn't take any bullshit from Kristi Noem. She was constantly like, listen, we're moving here. We're not fucking around. Every time Kristi Noem tried to give a bullshit answer, she's just like, all right, we're moving on. Bye.
Glad you agree. And now that leads me to the next one.
I'm not going all the way to S though. I'm still at an A.
I'll give her an A+. It was damn near S.
Mikey.
Yeah.
S-.
Okay.
That way all of them are represented.
A+ - S.
And vibes.
Vibes was that was another solid A+.
I'd actually be more willing to give her an S on vibes.
Maybe.
A+ on vibes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stick with an A+. She's already going to get launched to the top. So
she's going into the top 5, maybe. Yeah.
And luckily for her, she performs so well in this video that I'm not going to primary her. That's my rep.
Oh, that's your rep. Okay. All right.
I can't primary my Republican rep because I live in a red part of Minnesota.
Oh, that's okay. I'm about to live in a not so blue part of Connecticut. Like the district I'm moving into is the only district that is questionable. It's because nobody lives there, and half of them are all Republicans.
Well, it's the same thing with Minnesota. It's like we have our big metropolitan area, which is mostly blue, and then the other 75% of the state, which has like 12 people in it, which is 11 of them are red. So
yeah. I'm moving to a district that is very large and very empty.
That gives run for office, Tim.
God, maybe.
I will move there to vote for you.
Yes, we'll bust him in.
Have one vote.
I'm about to say, and then he gets 2 votes.
Yeah, you hear that?
His wife.
The wife. No, he can vote for himself. There'll be 4 votes.
No,
but Tim really, but Tim really liked the other guy's platform. So honestly,
or I forgot to vote on election day.
Then I'm going to sue you for my moving expenses.
Oh shit! It's election day already. I totally forgot.
I was so busy handing out posters, I forgot to do mine. And then he sprints.
All right. So I don't think we actually have any changes to the leaderboard. Let me look it up here.
Miss Underwood did not rocket to the top 5.
Oh, you know what?
I would have suspected that she did.
Yeah, she's gonna. So let me change it here. There's a slight.
You were a little liberal with the S's, but that's
I think she's jumping in at 4 or 5.
Actually, she's jumping in at 3.
3?
Ooh.
3.
Okay.
That was why I was cautious to give her an S, because I feel like she has better clips out there. But
she's normally actually really nice.
She was taking Miss Noem's shit that day.
No, I think I brought it up to you guys. I was going to go to her town hall, but I think that was the weekend the baby got sick.
So just to remind all of our wonderful viewers at home, we'll do the top 5 first. We'll do the best of the best. Number 5. Bump down 1 spot. Bernie Sanders.
Oh, Bernie. Oh, I can't play. Hold on. Yes, I can. Yes, the fuck I can.
He's taking over.
Yes, I can. We ain't doing the video no more. Give me this shit. Let me get this shit, mother. Let me get that. Let me
Those uppity women now.
Yeah.
Number 4, bump down from number 3. Tammy Duckworth.
Those uppity women now.
Now you guys are talking about me fixing it, Mikey's in here. His rep automatically goes to number 3.
Yours has been at number 1 for like 8 weeks.
All right, he's Connecticut, but he's not my rep. He's still Connecticut.
Hey, Tammy Duckworth is my senator, and that's my House rep. My work here is done. You got to know how to fight. You know what I mean?
So
You gotta
Congresswoman
win.
Underwood is now number 3.
We top 5, baby.
Number 2, Jasmine Crockett.
I don't like Elon Musk. I'm gonna say it 50,000 times.
And of course, number 1, the GOAT, Representative John Larson.
Shame! Shame!
So loud.
So aggressive.
It's so loud.
So intense.
And here's the bottom, the worst of the worst. No change, but here they are. 5th worst, JD Vance, couch fucker.
Oh, I don't have anything for him.
Pope destroyer, couch fucker, assassin.
Pope
Vance.
crusher.
Number 4, Elon Musk.
I don't have anything for Elon.
Yeah, you do. Oh, next week we should cover, not to interrupt the thing, but he had another interview with the guy that did the Tesla interview last time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's so bad. Anyway, sorry. Next time, y'all, more Elon. I know that's what you want.
Number 3, Ollie's countryman, Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson.
Keeping our elbows up, bud.
Yeah, he's not.
I know, not particularly.
Not particularly.
Not particularly.
Peculiarly.
Peculiarly.
Number 2 on the leaderboard, our Health and Human Services Secretary, RFK Jr. And
we're all gonna die.
Reaffirming his spot at number 1, the worst of the worst, Greg Gutfeld.
Gutfeld.
Ooh, those when I went through puberty. Honka honka, we're all gonna die. Anyway,
Jesus.
So that's it, guys. Any final thoughts, last words? Ooh, I don't like that.
This
Why are we
looks
bubbles?
terrible.
Why are we bubbles?
Hi, everybody.
I like this less.
I don't. There we go. Jesus Christ.
It's not so bad.
Oh boy.
I don't.
Yeah, no, the other one.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh,
wow.
God.
Circles.
Hey, look. Thumbnails.
You know, Mikey, maybe just click through them at top speed so they just keep changing at the end of the show.
Copy that.
Just keep rotating them. Oh God. All right. That is not.
That's so horrible.
Thank you for watching Unboxed Politics.
It's come off the rails.
We're leaving now.
Don't give us technology. We break things.
I
Mikey,
break
do I just hit
everything.
end and it'll do the outro, or do I have to play the outro? And then end
Rounded
it?
corners, circles. Yes.
Yeah, the rounded corners. The rounded corners. Yeah.
Should I just hit end, or do I play the
Did
thing?
you say good? Did you say good night to the lovely people?
Good night to the lovely
night.
people.
We
Air
love
hunt
you.
for the people.
Subscribe and like and all that good stuff. You can be
Yes.
members now too, right?
Yeah,
You know what
become a member. We have like so many members now. It's kind of crazy. So thanks for all that membership stuff.
And I will update the membership video once a month.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Because you get the
So-
membership for a month.
Mikey, you do this stuff. I don't want to. I don't know.
Goodbye.
I don't know how it all works.
We love you.
Goodbye.